What's up, guys? Welcome to Among the Fence, my YouTube channel writing music reviews. My name is Aaron, and today we're going to be checking out the new single Cycle featuring Ghostemane from the band Underoath. I originally wasn't going to do a review on this single because it's the fourth single to be released off of a 10-song album. The album's titled Voyeurist. There's only 10 songs on the album. 40% of the album has been released now, so I was just going to kind of go into the whole album and review the whole thing. I did a review on their first single they released for it, and I wanted to save the other 90% for the entire album, but this album doesn't even come out until next year, so if I do that, I feel like I'm missing an opportunity to talk about Underoath for one last time this year. They actually had a hard time getting Ghostemane on this song because for weeks they couldn't get a hold of him, and the only reason why it ended up happening is because randomly, out of the blue, Ghostemane sent Aaron Gillespie a message on Instagram saying like, hey, you know what? I like your guys' stuff. Your music is good. I like what you do. And Aaron was like, hey, dude, we've been like trying to get a hold of you to feature you on a song for like over a month now. So then their people got a hold of his people and they hit it off. And I guess it only took them like one take to lay something down for this song in the bridge. And then he sent it over, and it was it. It was perfect. He did exactly what they wanted him to do. And when I look at the lyrics on this song, I mean, it's kind of obviously about depression and the cycle of depression, but at the same time, I feel like it's a little bit more open-ended than that. I feel like it's also a cycle of toxic habits or just things that you shouldn't be doing. Like, I don't know, people have this tendency to constantly date people that aren't good for them, or they go places where they know they shouldn't go, or they drink too much, or they smoke too much. It's just a toxic habit that they have that they want to break, but they're just stuck in this cycle and they can't get out of it. I interpret some of the lyrics to be open-ended and not quite so personal, while at the same time they kind of are. So I actually enjoyed that Underoath did that. They didn't make something that's super open that everybody can relate to. They made the lyrics personal to themselves. And then also they made it to where you could relate to it at the same time. The cycle starts out pretty aggressive with this really good sounding melody. The verse is very drum and bass forward with some synth effects shuddering in the background. The vocals sound absolutely sick, kind of sitting behind the mix until we get to the chorus. And then verse 2 is a little bit shorter, but I really like the vocal isolation just to bring like a little bit more epicness and make it sound different from verse 2, and it also gives you a little bit more of a kick going into another chorus. Honestly, the chorus doesn't really stand out that much over the verse. It's just a little bit more full sounding. The main riff that plays throughout this entire thing, which is very driving, it sounds really good. It just gets pushed a little bit more, has a little bit more of an attitude, and the cadence in the chorus really matches the openness in the music, specifically in the vocals. And like I said, it just keeps pushing its way through. And it kind of turns the chorus into just one big, gigantic hook, which is kind of unique because it's more of a vocal thing that they do in the chorus to really separate it from the verses. And if I'm going to be completely honest, I don't really like Ghostemane. Like, I don't know him, like, personally. Like, I don't know anything about his life on social media, or I don't know anything that he does. But musically, I'm not a fan, like, at all. I don't like his voice. I don't like his performances. I don't even like the music that he uses. I'm just not really into him. And I also gotta admit, like, I haven't listened to too much of him. I probably have only heard maybe 4 or 5 songs. But those songs that I've listened to, I had a very hard time getting through like the first like 30 seconds of it. So going into this song, I didn't know what to expect. And then when I started the song and I heard that they were going for more of a hardcore kind of sound and they were keeping the distortion there and distorted vocals and all that, I was even more confused. But I gotta say that Ghostemane absolutely kills it in this bridge. He fits this song so well. Like, he doesn't even sound like he's a feature. He sounds like he's part of the band. And his vocal delivery and the speed makes for a perfect build-up going into the final chorus, where it sounds like he lends his vocals to the final chorus as well. I don't know. He completely blew me away in this song. I might not like his music, but in this, I mean, he absolutely killed it. And he added so much to the song. And I gotta admit, he made it better. And the song finishes off with a breakdown, which I always wish the closing breakdown was just a little bit longer just because it sounds so good, and I've been waiting for that heaviness the whole time. And I don't know, this song impressed me quite a bit. It's a lot better than I was expecting, especially after some of their past releases. And, you know, I mean, it's not as good as old Underoath, but this works for them too. This is a pretty good progression coming off their last album, which I was not a fan of even a little bit. And the only issues I really have with this song is it does become a little boring after a little bit. The main riff is cool, but it does become kind of bland after a couple listens. The vocals from Spencer, they're just kind of okay. I wish he did a little bit more vocally. He was kind of one-dimensional in this. But then Ghostemane really switched it up for us and brought a little bit more out of Spencer as well. I wish there was some stuff from Aaron. I wish there was more, cool like drum parts. I just wish there was a little bit more flair and pizzazz in this, because that's kind of what Underoath is known for. They're known for like really quirky stuff that just works and it sounds so good and it's super creative. And I feel like this song's kind of missing that. But like I said, I mean, it's still really good. So with all that, I got to give Cycle featuring Ghostemane by Underoath a 3.1 out of 5. But I want to know what you guys think, especially if you've been a fan of theirs for a long time. I've been listening to them since Changing the Times came out. So like 2004, I think, is when I got into them. And while I didn't like their last album, it's kind of working for me a little bit. So I want to know what some of the veteran Underoath fans think of this as well. So leave a comment below letting me know what you thought. If you haven't listened to it yet, I'm going to leave a link for it down in the description below. Go ahead, give it a listen, and let me know what you would rate it. And if you enjoyed this review, don't forget to give it a like. Leave a comment below letting me know what I should review next. If you want to help support me and my channel, please consider subscribing and ringing the bell icon. That way you don't miss out any of my future stuff and doing any of that stuff. Even watching through this video to this point in time, I appreciate it more than you guys could ever imagine. And I hope you all have a good rest of your day or night, whenever you happen to be watching this. And I will talk to you guys next time.